here, but yes, we have a herO versus Classic in a PvP. We are tied up 1-1, and we're here to determine who faces off against Dark in the grand finals.
Yeah, which Protoss player? Is it going to be the best Protoss player in Korea or the best Protoss player in Korea?
That's one way to put it.
Gotta be one of them.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Pap. You're not wrong.
I saw your hot take or the other day when you were saying that when it comes to the Korean Protoss players, Classic is on the up and up. The only other player who can really rival him is herO.
Yeah.
And I agree. I agree with that assessment. Yeah. But regardless, we are here on Oceanborn to determine who our finalist is going to be to face off against Dark. Over here in the top left-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the top left-hand corner, we of course have our red Protoss player coming out from the land of Korea. Is of course going to be representing Dragon Kaizi Gaming. We have herO.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the blue Protoss player representing Twisted Minds from the land of South Korea. It is Classic. Also, I understand why you characterize it as a hot take. I feel like it's a cold take, personally, because it's like, really, people contest that Classic is one of the best Protoss players in the world. But the reality is, there were some dissenters in the chat. There were some people coping in the chat about like. Some
the thing is, I can understand why there are dissenters. It's because Classic didn't qualify for GSL Code S this season, and didn't qualify for GSL this season, and we weren't quite privy to the qualifiers, so we only really saw who the players who beat him were. They were Su, they were herO, and there was one more. I think it was Bjorn or something like that. And ordinarily, we would expect a top player to be able to beat a player like Su and like herO. Of course, recently, as we found out, they actually did level up really hard. They are actually much tougher opponents recently, so yeah, maybe not as much of a hot take now with that information, but, knowing that Classic didn't qualify, but players like Creator and like, I believe, Nightmare as well didn't make it a bit of a hot take for a little while there.
Yeah, I agree with that assessment. Again, I understand, and we were even talking about it at the time, because we did cast the GSL Code A qualifiers, and it was brutal to see Classic not make it into GSL into the season. I think more than anything, that just goes to show how brutal GSL is. I mean, Raynor got knocked out in the first round as well, right? And despite traveling to Korea and expecting to go on for a deeper run, and again, it's just that much unforgiving, and it is a brutal tournament.
Yeah, it was. But you know what? I've been a Classic fan since before it was cool to be a fan of Classic.
True.
So I have to agree with your assessment there. Classic,
you gotta go further.
Top two Protoss player in Korea, arguably top 3. Yeah. Yo, he beats herO here in the Ace match. He'll be number 1 for at least 1 week.
We have a robot opener, by the way. Classic, it looks like the setup for a 1-base all-in. He's moving out across that with the Adepts. He's going to try and shut down some of these sentries. Last sentries has been buffed in PvP as of late, and herO is going to be able to hold on. He shuts down. Ooh, the Adept does fall.
Has fallen. That's the power of the new sentry. They do bonus damage to shields. They are much quicker in taking them out.
Yeah, bonus damage to shields. They also take less damage from Adepts as well, as they are no longer a light unit. And Classic is going to try and recover here with his 1-base all-in. Prism is on the way. Pylon as well. I imagine we're going to be throwing down a proxy gateway. We're still only on 2 gateways. We're going for a Bane. That I was not expecting, and herO sees. He scouts.
Yeah, this hallucinated Phoenix will catch eyes on everything. Classic moving across the map with his Warp Prism. Doesn't have anything to load inside of it yet, but I believe he does have a pylon across the map.
Does have that pylon. He can reinforce. I mean, he's got the Prism as well. Still only on 2 gateways, which is interesting to me. He's expanding behind this, again, because he only has those 2 gates, but he's still reinforcing, still pushing in, still applying pressure to that natural base of herO.
Oh. Yeah, he really needs to do whatever he can to keep herO on his toes and keep him contained, since he knows he's down a base.
Yeah, he is down
this
that
is
base.
A little bit of a feint. Ooh!
Oh, the Prism getting so low! Oh god!
Sentries once again being the MVP! But good target firing from herO will take out the War Prism, and without the Prism, there's just nothing Classic can do across the map. His entire game plan went down together, and GG. Unfortunately, we cannot say Classic is the best Protoss player in Korea. herO is. Or I should say herO proves himself once again to be the best Protoss player in Korea.
GG, well played. herO, he was able to, I mean, he went for a standard opener, I should say. He was able to get into his natural base. Really good defense there out of herO, and just a really good setup overall. Classic was crazy. Like, his build was all over the place there, going for the robot opener into 2 gateways, into a bay, into an expand, so it wasn't a one base all in. He was trying to transition out of it. It was unfortunate that everything got scattered, and herO was able to shut it all down, and yeah, with that, herO takes it all.
Yeah, Classic really living up to his team name. It's one twisted mind that he's gotten there, and yeah, one that in the end was not able to twist herO enough. I think Classic himself might have even confused himself for a second there. Like you were saying, it was all over the place, and not all of that looked intentional from the side of Classic.
Oh yeah, it was almost as if it almost looked like a little bit off the cuff, right? It's like he was
improvise a little bit.
Yeah, trying to improvise a little bit there. Regardless, GG, well played in the end. herO does take it, and now we have our grand finals. It's gonna be a best of 5 PvZ.